Inflation is when you go to the same restaurant each morning, order the same breakfast, and each time you have to ask, how much does it cost? Hyperinflation, on the other hand, is when the price changes between the time you enter the restaurant and finish your meal. But before we begin, let's read together Elon Musk's advice on the inflation topic he started on Twitter in March 2022. He started a conversation by asking his followers a question. What are your thoughts about probable inflation rate over the next few years? And in the end, gave us an advice. As a general principle for those looking for advice from this thread, it is generally better to own physical things like a home or stock in companies you think make good products than dollars when inflation is high. Having that in mind from one of the most successful businessmen ever to live, let's discuss what will happen if we suddenly end up in hyperinflation. The critical factor that distinguishes the financial management of a business under high inflation is the 2D nature of currency. Because of the speed with which the buying power of cash erodes, its value is a matter not just of quantity, but of timing. When it is invested, when it is received, and when it is paid out. Now, while cash management is an important aspect in everyday business management in normal economy, it is critical during hyperinflation. For some South American companies, smart and innovative cash management provided major source of profits, while others with poor cash management got destroyed. Hyperinflation changes not only the pace at which decisions must be made, but also the way in which they are made, and it alters a business relationship with investors, customers, and suppliers. Of all the factors that arise from business facing high inflation rate, none is more important than the impact of time on money. Make absolutely certain that your managers understand the time value of money, and the failure to do so can be catastrophic. In Brazil in 1988, it took about 4 months for a price to double. One area where time is particularly important is purchasing, because the delay in ordering and paying for inventory can increase your costs. Even more, it is critical to be aware of the time value of cash when making a sale. In US, terms of sales often include discounts for payments made within 10 days, or the full amount needs to be paid in 30 days. In hyperinflation economy, 30-day delay can cut the value received for the product in half. So what should your company do during these times if it has a lot of cash on hand? Well, never allow your cash to remain idle. During the hyperinflation periods, many South American companies decided to use excess cash either to invest in hard goods or inventory, placing them in dollar-denominated accounts or high-yield money market accounts. And many chose to lend it to others at margins, becoming competitors to banks. Every successful company had a different strategy, but one policy was common. Cash is never left idle. So let's recap. Elon Musk's advice is that it is better to own physical things when inflation is high. Your managers need to understand time value of currency during the hyperinflation. This is something successful South American companies understood well and adopted the policy of never having cash idle. As a bonus, Let's see a couple of more strategies that could be good to employ. Whenever possible, deal in cash payments. And the second, make the rapid collection of receivables a primary goal. Let me know what are your thoughts on dealing with hyperinflation down below, and consider subscribing. Thank you and see you in the next one.